Hi everyone, I'm Don from Langara Makerspace, and this is an online workshop, how to create a finger joint box with a laser. Okay, so first off, open up Box Designer, that's boxdesigner.connectionlab.org, and the first thing we want to do is change this to millimeters. The laser is configured in millimeters and our Adobe Illustrator file will be too, so let's work in millimeters. I'm just going to make a square box, 130 mil by 130 mil. And I'll make it 100 mil high. Now, material thickness, we're going to be using 1/8 inch Baltic birch plywood. So 1/8 inch is 3 mil. And then file type PDF, yep, that sounds good. Keep it at PDF. And then we want to click on advanced options. So notch length, let's uncheck auto, and I want it at 10 mil. So the notch length is actually referring to the width of the finger joints themselves. So the male in this case would be 10 millimeter, and the female would also be 10 mil. Now you can change this to whatever size of finger joints width that you'd like. Now the cut width, that's based on the laser beam and the actual thickness of this. I usually just leave this blank and it seems to be fine. Draw a bounding box, leave that unchecked. And it says yes, include a notch cover. Let's not, we don't want a cover. That would be like a finger joint on all the top edges, and then the cover would be notched so it would fit into it. We don't want that. And then the last thing is just click design it. So this is going to come up. Now we want to save this to a place where you can find it. And then we're going to come and back to it and open up Adobe Illustrator. Okay, so I'm opening up Adobe Illustrator. Now the first thing I like to do is create my file that's going to be used to actually cut with the laser. I like to build my things in one file, but for the actual cutting process, I'll copy and paste everything into a main file. So I'm just going to go new. I'm going to go to inches, and my piece is going to be 29 inches wide by 17 inches high. Now keep in mind the 29 inches, it can only actually laser about 28 inches. We do want CMY color on, and then just go create. And that's going to be my main cutting file. But now let's go File, Open. And now we want to find our file that we made in the box program. So we find our file that we made in the box program, and then we'll go Open. These are going to be all the pieces for a box. Now, I know that you may be doing something besides a box, so we'll talk about that in a while, but I'm just going to select these. I don't want this. I'm going to select these 5 pieces. I'm going to go Control C or Command C on the Mac for copy. And then I'm going to go to my main cut file, and I'm going to go Control V or Command V to paste it in. Now, the first thing we want to do is I want to change the stroke while I have these all together. So I can just click here. And I know we're in a CMYK file because that's how we made it, and you have to make sure about that. We want to be pure red, so that's 255 red, green and blue are 0. Go OK, and now those files should change to red, which is great. Now the other thing is the stroke. If we click this, we can get this up to 1 point. However, for the laser, we need it at 0.001. So 0.001, hit enter, and now those are very thin. If you want to work with it, you can keep these at 1 until you're going to save the final file. But if you forget to change it to 0.001, the laser will not cut it. So here we have all our pieces for the box. This is when I like to arrange them for the best cut sheet, because we're just going to be wasting material otherwise. So maybe we put in like that. I could probably cut 2 boxes and get a better cut sheet out of this. I could probably just about bring that down. So you get the idea. We're trying to get the best cut sheet without with the least amount of waste. Okay, so we've got all our pieces. These are going to be laser cut, and then we easily glue all of them together. However, some of you might be making something and you want finger joints, but your object is not a box. It's not a square shape like this. So we can just use the actual tab. So I'm just going to grab one of these pieces. I'm going to grab the mate to that, which looks like that's the mate. And let's just turn this into 1 pixel, or let's do 2 pixels so we can really see it. So I'll just rotate this for clarity here. So let's say, yeah, we want these pieces, but we don't really want this end. So we want it to go together, and it's going to maybe have a different shape on this end. So you want to go to the white filled arrowhead, and then we can just click on areas now. And so I just clicked on that. I'm going to highlight these. I'm going to delete it. And now we have an open end. So either you can take your other part and join it to here, or you can actually proceed from there. I'm using the drawing tool or the pen tool, and I can just click on the end point. Let's say my object's going to be like this. Hold Control or Command to lock it. And you can see I've got auto guides on, and it helps me to align it to make sure I'm at the right area, and I can do that. So you can see by that I'm going to have this end is going to be all notched in. I might want to do something with the bottom. You can also duplicate this. You could mirror this here to get over here, but it really helps you get your finger joints, and finger joints are so easy to do on the laser. Okay, so when you're finished building your objects, don't forget to select this and change this back to 0.001. So 0.001 for the laser. Just hit enter, and you're going to see it's a lot thinner. This isn't going to be the best cut sheet the way I have it, but just imagine that it's all laid out nicely. Least amount of waste is the most desirable. So now we're ready to save our file for the laser. So we're going to go up to File, and what I do is I like to save it, and then I usually have a USB plugged into my computer, and then I'm going to go save a copy. Now there's 2 reasons for this. This is going to be saved at a lower version number just for the laser. So it's right now it's called Box Video 01 copy. I'm going to change it to laser. So I know that's my laser file. I'm going to go save, but then this is going to pop up. Now this is very important. You can see it says Illustrator 2020. We don't want that. We want Illustrator CS5. Click that and then just go OK. I'm going to save that to a USB drive, and now that file is going to be perfect for the laser. So I hope this has helped. I'm definitely available for any questions you have at the Langara Makerspace. You can just email me. Hopefully that helps, and we'll see you next time.